Welcome to today's Explainer. We spend so much of our lives interacting with the front end of websites. We read articles, we buy products, but we rarely get to see the wizard behind the curtain. Well, today, we are getting an exclusive under-the-hood tour of TekinGame. Now, this isn't just your standard gaming and tech news website. It is a highly automated digital command center. We're going to explore exactly how a modern, multi-regional platform uses cutting-edge AI, autonomous SEO, and literally robotic e-commerce management to essentially run itself.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start inside the ecosystem, move to the AI content engine, dive into multi-region e-commerce, look at autonomous SEO, and wrap things up with security and system health. Let's get into it.
Section 1. Inside the TekinGame ecosystem.
This beautifully complex dashboard is an absolute masterclass in workflow integration. Right at the operator's fingertips, you've got tools to instantly toggle between Persian, English, and Arabic regional settings. We're talking advanced media libraries, automated caching tools, and even direct JSON importing capabilities. The whole architecture is built from the ground up to seamlessly bridge workflows between different languages without missing a single beat. It's comprehensive, it's dense, and it's built for serious speed.
And there's a huge reason why a backend like this is absolutely necessary. Even though TekinGame operates deeply within the Iranian market with dedicated Persian interfaces, nearly half of their traffic, a massive 47%, actually comes from the United States. Add in 21% from Singapore and 10% from China, and wow! When you have a global reach like that, manual publishing and basic servers just aren't going to cut it. You need massive global scaling and automation to serve that diverse, worldwide audience.
Section 2. The AI Content Engine. The sheer variety of large language models integrated here is pretty wild. Their techie, cybernetic assistant lets operators hot swap between models right on the fly. You've got everything from standard GPT-4o and Claude 3, all the way up to Minimax's massive 1 million token model for analyzing gigantic datasets. But equally fascinating is the desktop agent. It's actually running deep-thinking local models like Llama 3 completely offline directly in the terminal, monitoring active processes and extracting precise timestamps. It's an incredibly versatile way to deploy AI.
So instead of a traditional editorial team sitting around arguing over story pitches, they use an arsenal of AI tools. Think of it like a highly caffeinated team of interns that literally never sleeps. They have modules like AI Refine Content and automated executive briefing generators that can instantly summarize a sprawling tech article into a snappy 30-second read. Even better, the system can simultaneously generate and format this content across Persian, English, and Arabic, automatically applying the correct metadata and media placeholders. Zero human intervention required.
Now, what's really fascinating is the Autopilot Pro system. Operators can actually pre-program distinct morning news slots. They just outline 6 topics, say a new NASA telescope launch or the latest crypto crash, and instruct the AI via a single custom prompt to generate up to 3,000 words per slot. The system goes out, gathers the data, writes the article, and preps it for publication. It's essentially an autonomous newsroom operating at lightning speed.
Section 3. Multi-region e-commerce management.
Moving from content over to commerce, the platform manages a highly localized dual store setup. Through just a single product entry page, the system seamlessly separates the Dubai English storefront from the domestic Iranian market. An operator can manage the UAE dirham pricing, English product descriptions, and Dubai warehouse inventory right alongside the Iranian Toman pricing and Persian descriptions. It completely eliminates the headache of running 2 separate website backends.
Balancing this active inventory, that involves some intense financial complexity. We are looking at over 218,000 dirhams worth of gaming gear. The system is actively tracking in-demand hardware, things like PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers in various camouflage and limited editions, Nintendo Switch OLEDs, and Logitech driving force shifters. It tracks 752 total items spread out across 5 different warehouse locations, monitoring purchase prices, sale prices, and stock limits all in real time.
And here's where it gets kind of crazy. They don't just passively manage this inventory. They actually deploy automated espionage. The Price Spy is a dedicated bot that actively monitors massive regional competitors, specifically targeting major Iranian platforms like Tarab and Digikala. It constantly scans the market, analyzes competitor pricing, and dynamically adjusts TekinGame's own store prices to make sure they remain perfectly optimized and competitive, again, entirely without human intervention.
Section 4. Autonomous SEO and Analytics.
Before we dive deeper, I just want you to consider this nearly perfect score of 99.
In the world of web development and search engine optimization, hitting a number like this on a media-heavy, global e-commerce site is notoriously difficult.
But that 99, it is the direct result of their back-end automation. Google PageSpeed Insight shows a blistering 99 in overall performance, flanked by perfect 100s in accessibility, best practices, and SEO. This isn't achieved by a developer sitting there manually tweaking code every day. This happens because the platform's foundation is meticulously optimized to serve content instantly to that diverse global audience we talked about earlier.
So how do they pull off that flawless SEO score? The system achieves it through a ruthless, autonomous workflow. First, their internal SEO engine kicks off a database crawl, identifying any articles lagging in performance or missing key metadata. Then, it executes an auto-fix, literally pushing its own button to repair broken links, generate missing AI meta-descriptions, and fix formatting instantly. Finally, it can apply these optimizations in bulk across dozens of articles simultaneously.
Finally, Section 5, Security and System Health.
TekinGame runs a dedicated OSINT to Radar, that stands for Open Source Intelligence, to track global cyber threats in real time. The system flags critical weekly recaps involving GitHub worms, Android 0 days, and poisoned AI helper packages. And this intelligence ties directly into their 24-hour automated IP blocking system. If the radar detects a malicious pattern, the system can autonomously lock out threatening IPs before they ever breach the server.
The architecture is also inherently self-healing. While the system health dashboard might proudly display 0 identified problems, the real magic is the auto-repair function. The system is designed to execute automated repairs on broken database queries or memory leaks before a human administrator even logs in or realizes there was a fault in the first place.
Now, the crucial metric to understand here is a staggering 99.97% cache hit rate on their Superbase Pro database analytics. What does that mean in plain English? It means almost every single piece of data a user asks for is served up instantly from memory rather than making the database work for it. This ensures that despite handling heavy, continuous AI processing, scraping the web, and running global e-commerce, the end-user experience remains incredibly fast and absolutely flawless.
As we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a thought. We've just explored an ecosystem that writes its own news, spies on competitor pricing, fixes its own SEO, and blocks hackers, completely automatically. It really makes you wonder, how much of the invisible digital world shaping our daily lives is already running entirely without us? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep questioning the architecture behind the screen.